Well, hello and welcome to a very special edition of Shropshire Business Live TV. As you can see from the backdrop behind us, we're not going blue and amber today, we're going very much more red and greatest showman. We're here for the launch of the Shropshire Chamber Business Awards 2025. And Chris, not just any awards, it's the 25th anniversary.
25th, so. I can't believe it. And you've been doing this for the whole 25 years of doing the awards, you've been hosting them.
Yeah, I was only 12 when we started, I want to just say. Yeah, I mean, it's incredible to think 2001 that these awards started. I think when we're looking back at the numbers, something like 15,000 people have been to the awards event, 220 companies have won awards, and there's a real buzz about this.
It really is.
We're here at Hatfields Land Rover in Shrewsbury, where the Chamber are going to be officially launching the awards over the next few minutes. So on this show, we're going to be talking to some of the people who've come tonight to find out what it's all about, talk to some previous winners, talk to the sponsors, talk of course to the Chamber. But before we do, let's have a little reminder of what the Business Awards is all about. Here's what happened when the awards were handed out at Telford's International Centre last summer. Good evening, everybody. Welcome once again to the Shropshire Chamber Business Awards. Elizabeth Wilkinson.
Crispian Office Supplies. A Lilac Shop. Bridge Cheese. Stallion AI Services Limited. Hadley Park House Hotel.
Maddie Hughes Agritel Limited.
R1 Construction.
Learning Community Trust.
Arrow County Supplies.
Salop Leisure Limited.
Well, that leaves us with just one more award to present tonight, folks, the big one.
We're delighted to confirm that the winner of this year's Company of the Year award is
Stallion AI Services Limited.
Thank you so much, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Good night. How's business for you guys at the moment then?
It's very good. Yeah, it's absolutely really started very well. Obviously a lot of uncertainty out there at the moment in the economy, but actually I have to say we've started really positively in all aspects of the business. So yeah, very exciting for the year.
And although you've got a really high-profile site here in Shrewsbury, which I'm sure is absolutely great, I'm guessing there's lots of people here tonight. Put your hands in the air if you've never been here before. There you go. See, you've got lots of first-timers.
Lots of new
Sell
customers.
yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, well, hopefully the products will do that for us. But yeah, no, it is amazing actually how many people talk to me and say, look, well, I've not been here before. So it's great to see so many people here tonight with us.
What's the breakdown then from your point of view? Is it lots of business customers, or is it private versus business? Is it lease?
It's a real mixture. We get lots of retail customers. We see a lot of business customers as well, especially with vehicles that are great on benefit in kind, things like that. So we've got lots of products that we can offer people. Defender hardtops, especially in the rural community that we are now as well, which is going really well. So yeah, lots of different things.
So if there's one thing you would say to this captive audience you've got here tonight that they need to remember about you, your team and this place, what is it?
Just excellent client service, Carl. I can't say any of that. That's what we strive for and that's what we aim to do at every single occasion.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for hosting us tonight on behalf of the Chamber. Oliver, thank you. Let's go round of applause for Oliver Benbow. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. I've got a question for you. Did we make the backdrop to match what you said you were going to be wearing tonight, or is it the other way around?
Definitely the other way round, yes. It's a good hat though, isn't it?
Fantastic. Well, the media commitments are done, aren't they? I think we're going to probably be seeing that around the media over the next few days. Just talk to me about the Chamber's relationship with the Business Awards. We mentioned it's the 25th anniversary. It's got a lot of history and heritage, this, hasn't it?
It has. I have to say that I didn't start the Business Awards 25 years ago. That was done by others. It has grown over time, and we've celebrated so many different businesses, showing who is around in Shropshire, all the little hidden gems, and it is absolutely brilliant. I mean, to see everybody here tonight, although, you know, when you're on the stage, it's a little bit, but I think, you know, it just shows the testament of everybody. Business is thriving. It is resilient. Yes, we do have problems, but we are cracking on.
And you'd argue, though, because it's a challenging environment, like you say at the moment, that makes it all the more important, doesn't it, to celebrate the great businesses that we've got in Shropshire with events like this?
It does. I think, you know, when you look back over a year, when you're doing an award entry, you look back at what you have actually achieved over the year, and you're reminded of all the different steps that you've actually gone through. And it is so easy to forget what you have actually achieved. It's so easy to actually be sort of looking at the negative side rather than the positive. We are all good, we are all great, and let's actually celebrate that.
Give us an idea of what goes on behind the scenes at the Chamber to make this happen, because, you know, this is virtually an all-year-round operation to make this possible, isn't it?
It is. It starts very early. Normally, we are already planning the next year's one before we've even finished this current year one and stuff. So it is a very long process. We have great suppliers and contractors that actually help us make it a lot easier. Kelly goes greyer and greyer. More hair dye goes on each year. But at the end of the day, you do actually make it all worthwhile.
I've got a funny feeling Kelly's not going to thank you for that. Just a funny feeling, I don't know.
For those that couldn't see, Kelly was actually laughing. We'll just put that on the record, so when I see her tomorrow morning, it may be a different story.
I've dyed mine silver, especially for the occasion I have tonight. For those who've never been to the awards before, we've got, as I said, spectacular branding this year. The greatest show is the theme, as we can see. Just tell people what they can expect. Give us a few sneak peeks. Don't give everything away. But...
I can't give it all away. It is about the greatest showman, the greatest show. It will be the greatest show. There you go. No, it is. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, yes, it's a great theme. If you haven't watched the film, I suggest that you do. It is a business idea that was inspired by one person who saw a vision and went along a journey, and I think faced quite a few difficulties, but then reinvented themselves because of those difficulties. And it's exactly what business is all about, and that's why we need to celebrate it. You know, you do get the failures, you do get the moments of, oh, didn't understand that, don't understand where that came from. But actually, there's a lot of positive, and we are all great. That's why we're here.
And you've got a captive audience here tonight of people who are obviously interested in the awards, or we wouldn't all be here. Just give us a bit of a sell then. Why should people get involved, whether it's to enter an award, to sponsor an award, to buy tickets for an award? What's in it for them?
Being part of something that is great. It's about actually shouting out that Shropshire is on the map. Being part of that and being part of the journey makes a massive difference to all of us in Shropshire. So please do.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Let's hear it for the Chief Executive with the hat to impress, Ruth Ross. Thanks, Ruth. Thank you. But let's get down to the thing I guess most of you are here tonight to find out about, and that's what categories we are going to be offering to you this year. There's some familiar ones which are coming back. there are some categories where the criteria has been changed a little bit, and we've got 2 or 3 brand new categories for you as well this year. So let's take a look at some of them. The first one, of course, is our Showpiece Award, Shropshire Company of the Year, won, as we said, by Stallion AI. By the way, somebody's left their Stallion AI car keys on my lectern here. When you've lost them later on, that's where they are. The Company of the Year award is the big award. This is for the all-round star performer, and we know we don't really have to sell this one. We always get lots of fantastic entries. It's quality and it's quantity. Also back this year, we've got our Best New Business Award, which is sponsored by our friends from E02, and widened the qualifying period for that by an extra 12 months so that it gives more businesses who've been trying to establish themselves since COVID a little bit more time to make themselves available for that one. After Best New Business, we have Best Small Business. That's sponsored by Assets, and that's for micro businesses, small businesses, up to and including 10 members of staff. Again, the criteria has been tweaked a little bit for that one this year. Outstanding customer service for businesses who can prove that they are delivering over and above customer expectations. That has always been part of this awards from the very first year. There's a sponsor opportunity, as you can see, with that category. I'll tell you a bit more about that shortly. Outstanding Business Growth is the next one. This one's sponsored by Aaron & Partners, and again the criteria has been adapted this year on the back of some of the feedback we had from the judges last year, who talked to us about the things that they really thought they wanted to know about some of the businesses in this category. So check out the criteria in that one. Community Champion is the next one. Business in the community, such an important thing at the moment with social value on the agenda. Any business that is putting something back into the local community, whether you're sponsoring local causes, supporting other local traders, this is the category for you. And that's sponsored by our new Shropshire Chamber patron, Coforge, first time sponsor this year. We've then got Retail, Leisure and Hospitality Achievement. In fact, I've missed one out first. We've got Excellence Manufacturing and Engineering first. This is sponsored by the Marches Education Partnership. And if you don't know too much about them, that's a collaboration of a range of training organisations, including Telford College, Shrewsbury College, Ludlow and North Shropshire College, and other training providers who all come together specifically to address some of the skills issues around manufacturing and engineering. So it's a perfect fit from that point of view. We then have Retail, Leisure and Hospitality Achievement. This is sponsored by WR Partners, brought this into the competition, brought it back last year for the first time and had some really good entries to that. So that one is back this year. A new award we then come to this year, which is the Inspirational Adult Learner Award. This one is sponsored by Telford College. It's open to anyone aged 19 or above who can demonstrate a positive or a life-changing experience from their connection to adult learning with any kind of connection to either Shropshire or Telford and Wrekin training providers. So we're looking forward to seeing what kind of entries we get from that one this year. Next up, we have the Trailblazer Innovation Award. This one is sponsored by Harper Adams University. And again, this has been part of the awards now for quite a few years. This is all about companies that can show what their USP is and how they're really standing out from the competition. So that's the Trailblazer Innovation Award. Next one up, another one that's been in the awards for many years, the Eco Award. Sponsorship opportunity still for this one. This is, again, the very topical environmentally aware businesses category, people that promote innovative practices, processes and technologies and can prove the buy-in from all levels of their team. We then have our Young Business Person category. And just to show how quickly you need to move tonight, folks, if you are interested in sponsoring one of these awards, at the start of the day, this one had a sponsorship opportunity. It's already gone. Our dear friends at McPhillips have come forward and said they're kindly going to be sponsoring the Young Business Person Award. That's open to anybody aged 30 or below at the start of this year. So that's our Young Business Person. We then have two special awards. Anyone who's been to the awards in recent years will be very familiar with the next one, which is the John Clayton Award, which is named in honour of a former Shropshire Chamber of Commerce president, who's, as you'll see from the photographs that we've been sharing on social media over the last few weeks, was an integral part of the awards for many, many of the early years before he sadly left us. And this is given to an individual who's shown an outstanding contribution to the Shropshire business community over a significant number of years. It's a sort of lifetime achievement award, really. The winner is chosen by the Shropshire Chamber Board, but on the back of nominations that we want from all of you guys. So if you've got anybody you think, unsung heroes from the Shropshire business community that deserve recognition this year, please do make sure that you nominate them. And last, but certainly not least, we come to our Champion of Champions Award. Now, for the event's 10th anniversary, we did this, where we invited all previous Shropshire Company of the Year winners to throw their hats into the ring, very appropriate for this year, and tell us why they think they should be crowned Champion of Champions. We have 15 or 16 businesses that this is open to who have won the award over the years. We have a 3-time winner in E02, we have a couple of 2-time winners, and lots of great businesses who have lifted the title right the way back since McConnell's in Ludlow won the very first award back in 2001. Now, you're not automatically entered for this if you're a champion. You do need to enter for that, and we would say it would be fantastic if we had the whole gamut of Shropshire Company of the Year winners in the hat for us this year, for the judges to make what I'm sure would be a very, very difficult decision. So that's a special one, a one-off just for the 25th anniversary. So that's a very, very quick run through of the categories that we've got this year. 14 categories there are in total. All the information you'll find in your brochure tonight and all the details about the criteria. And can I ask you now, folks, whatever you are sitting in, preferably not a Range Rover or a car, but give me a drum roll, please. Don't hit anything that's expensive. Can I have a drum roll, please? Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, entries for the awards are now open. Thank you. Thank you. That's exactly what I needed at that point. All the details are available on the Shropshire Chamber Business Awards website, which is shropshirechamberbusinessawards.com. You can enter online. Do be aware that there's a very specific word count this year, and entrants will be penalised if they go over the word count, because I know that that's one of the reasons, Ruth tells me, that Kelly has to get the hair dye out, because it sends her grey, trying to make sure that she keeps everybody's word count on track. So shropshirechamberbusinessawards.com is the place to find out about the categories, to enter right now, to lodge any interest that you've got in any sponsorship categories that are still available. But the best thing to do, because you're all here tonight, is if you are interested, have a word with Kelly. There is currently a 10% early bird discount on table bookings. That's right, isn't it, Kelly? Till the end of February? Am I right in saying until 28th of February? So just to run through some of the sponsorship opportunities that we've got tonight still available. As I said, this slide it's already sort of out of date. But we had 4 categories at the start of the day still remaining. Our Showpiece Award for Shropshire Company of the Year, I mean, that really is a fantastic opportunity for someone to get on board with the Chamber. A high profile raising chance where we're hoping we're going to have 700 or 800 people in the room at Telford International Centre tonight, on the awards night in June alone. And we've got a huge number of promotional opportunities between now and then. I'll tell you some of the milestones later. So we've got Company of the Year. Outstanding Customer Service is another one of the categories still available, and the Eco Award too. And as I say, the Younger Business Person one, well, this evening, that one has already gone. So, but there are various other sponsorship opportunities this year, more than we've ever had before, recognising that different businesses have different budgets and want to get involved in different ways. You can sponsor the pre-dinner drinks reception, for example. You can sponsor the Wi-Fi on the night if there's a technology company that feels that would be a good fit. You can sponsor the Master of Ceremonies. It's my 25th and final year this year, so I'll be able to give you plenty of plugs through the night and give you a name check during the evening. And of course, you can also advertise in the Book of the Night, the souvenir magazine, which will be available, or indeed sponsor our charity fundraising game. Now, every year, these awards raise money for a very worthy local cause, and we'll be revealing in a few moments who we've actually chosen this year. So there are a couple of other new opportunities for businesses less than 4 employees. There's a £100 plus VAT package, which involves sponsors highlights in the Business Awards programme and various other things, and another one for businesses with 10 to 15 staff, where you can get involved in the charity game and also have some high profile in the hall on the night. So if you want to find out about any of those opportunities or anything bespoke that you want to do, have a chat with Kelly and the team. 2 other things to mention that we are doing. This next one is for the very first time. Now, one of the things that the judges feed back to us almost every year is that they get entries from companies that they might know about, and they know that they're brilliant businesses, and they look at the entry that's been lodged and it just doesn't tick the boxes. And the most infuriating thing, I know I'm talking on behalf of anybody who's been involved in the shortlisting, they know that businesses are not doing themselves justice. So we've got here at the Chamber's Telford offices 2 2-hour award writing workshops that we're going to be doing, which will just run through the good, the bad and the ugly examples of entries over the years which have been shortlisted, examples of some that have won, and more importantly, maybe examples of companies that we know are great and didn't get shortlisted, to actually look at what they didn't do right. It's the old exam paper thing, isn't it? Making sure you read the question. The criteria for these awards is really important. So we're going to be sitting down and just explaining all of that to people. February the 25th and March the 11th. And those, Kelly, are available to book on the Chamber website, aren't they? Or again, just have a word with any of the team. We always, as I say, choose a charity to support for our charity fundraising game this year. And we will now reveal the identity of this year's charity. It is the people from the Midlands Air Ambulance. We sincerely hope that this year will be no different, and we raise thousands of pounds for this fantastic cause. In fact, where's Pam's here tonight, isn't she? Where's Pam? I know she's a shrinking violet. Come up on stage, Pam. Come and have a word. Give her a round of applause. For people that don't know, I mean, Midlands Air Ambulance, it doesn't get grant funding, government funding. Where'd you get your money from?
From these guys. So everything we receive every year, so it takes 16 million a year to run our cause, and all of it comes from charitable donations and grant-giving organisations. So things like being the chosen charity for these awards goes a really long way to helping us get to that figure. It sounds an outrageous amount to do, but somehow every year, every penny, we somehow get there, which is amazing, and it just ensures that you guys have got a life-saving service for you and your families when you need us most.
And the numbers, the actual statistics about how many flights go from your base in Cosford and right around the region is incredible, isn't it?
It is. We average on sort of 12 missions a day on average. We're just in the process of reassessing that because we've actually gone 24 hours in the last year. So our missions are changing, obviously increasing, and different types of missions as well. So medical emergencies through the evening flight, the evening call-outs, so things like cardiac arrests and strokes, and also trauma, so especially stabbings and things like that.
So being the nominated charity this year, I know I'm putting words into your mouth, is going to make a big difference, isn't it?
Always makes a big difference, yeah, definitely. We've seen the running costs go up again this year, so yeah, it will make a massive difference just to enabling that our rotors keep flying and we're still there when you need us.
Excellent. So let's hear it for Pam from the Midlands Air Ambulance. Thank you very much for that. That's pretty much it, so we can get back to the popcorn and the cocktails. But just a few dates for your diary. The closing date for entries for the awards this year will be the 4th of April. So that's the cut-off point. Shortlisted finalists this year are going to be revealed in a slightly different way. The Chamber has one of its business expos at the Mercure Telford Centre Hotel on April the 10th. So I would say if you are in the hat, get yourself booked on there, because one of the features at that expo is we will be taking to the stage to reveal live, with a great deal of excitement, the list of shortlisted finalists for this year. If you are shortlisted, the judging visits are going to take place between the 12th and the 20th of May. And if you've not been shortlisted before, just to explain that you will actually have a panel of judges from the Chamber, usually 3 or 4 people, who will come and visit you in your premises if you're shortlisted. They spend a huge amount of time, give a huge amount of time, the independent judges, to visit companies in all corners of the county to find out what you do and actually see it for themselves. That's the thing, one of the things that sets this Business Awards competition apart from a lot of the others. So make sure that you are available on the dates. You'll find the specific category judging dates are actually in your programme, actually at the back. So clear your diary if you are entering so that you're available for the shortlisting. And then most importantly of all, the awards night. As I said, I look forward to getting up on stage as Master of Ceremonies for you. I'm very proud to have been involved in this from the very first year. And on June the 20th, we will be doing it all again. So thank you so much on behalf of the Chamber for coming. Please do speak to the Chamber team for any questions you've got, sponsorship, entries or otherwise. And we look forward to receiving your entries and seeing you for a great party, the greatest show, on the 20th of June. Thanks so much.
So here I am then with Kelly and Ruth. We're at the awards launch. A great evening so far. We've just been watching some of the highlights of that. So how do you think it's gone for you then, Kelly?
Amazing. The audience, the feedback we've had, people have been asking so many questions. The buzz in the room, we couldn't have asked for a better evening.
It's been a great venue, and what a great background as well. Looks absolutely fantastic. And Ruth, your outfit goes really well. Perfect.
Yes, I did make an effort.
Really good. So Ruth, this is the 25th year of the awards, and what a year it's going to be. I know there's a few surprises going to be along the way, so you can't tell us everything, but it's going to be a great night, isn't it?
It will be a great night, and I think it's the people in the room that make it the great night. Obviously, the theme, it does hold itself to a great show as well, so I think it will be a very fantastic evening just to celebrate everything that we've done.
So some great categories this year, Kelly, as well, and some special categories as well.
Yes.
So champions of champions.
Yeah, well, obviously it's the 25th anniversary, but we wanted to obviously celebrate that we have been able to celebrate Shop to Businesses for 25 years, but then bring that back. So a number of the businesses are still around. They've survived some awful times and they're still here, they're still thriving. So we wanted to again celebrate that with Champion of Champions.
So people then from this evening can start entering the awards, haven't they? You've got some sessions coming up as well. Tell me a little bit about those.
We do find a number of businesses feel they just don't know how to write their entry, and then it puts them off entering the awards.
It can be quite difficult sometimes because you'll download the application form
and they don't know where to start.
No, this is it. I'm exactly the same.
Yeah, so we thought, do you know what, we'll put on a couple of award writing sessions, which guides them through the whole process, what's expected to ensure they complete all of the criteria, the do's and the don'ts, just to give them that starting point and encourage more people to apply. There are so many hidden gems out there with businesses, and we want to give everybody the same opportunity.
And the key thing is here, Ruth, you are the organisers of the event. There is a team out there, aren't there, that go out and then assess the businesses. They'll do that first assessment with all the applications. How does that process work then?
Yeah, it's independent judges, so they're not connected to the chamber at all. So they will come in, they sign the conflict of interest paperwork as well. Sometimes we have a bit of a nightmare on the day of changing judges around because actually they know that company or they know a person within that company and stuff like that. So sometimes it can be quite awkward. Somebody else's headache. She manages it well, but I think yes, they go out and check, not check, but they go out and actually assess people's criteria against. Oh, for God's sake!
Against it, yeah.
They check it all against the criteria. So individuals, the companies themselves, they can present in totally different ways. The idea is that the judges come to you, so they can see you in your own actual environment and stuff. Because I think that makes it so much more. It brings it home. Exactly
it does a bit, yeah. And also, I think I've been in that position where we have had the judges come before now, and it also put us at ease being in our own surroundings as well, which was great. So that's one of the other things. So that's how the judging process works, and then of course the evening itself, always a fantastic evening. As we said, this is the 25th year. It's going to be a great evening. Tickets on sale now for tables.
They are, yes. So the website has gone live this evening. So as well as sponsorship opportunities, you can now book your seats, book your tables. You can see who the judges are. You have all of the information for the night. So just ask everybody just to have a look and see how they can be involved.
So head onto the website then, and then they can book their tickets.
Yes.
Sponsorships, you've just mentioned that. There's one or two still available, but they're going fast, aren't they?
They are indeed. We've got a couple of category sponsorships available, but again, we have looked at different businesses, different sizes, have different budgets, so we wanted to make sure there is something for everybody. So there are further opportunities on there. So take a look through, see if there's something for you, but if not, contact us because we can happily look at tailor making. We just want as many people to be involved as possible.
I see. And Ruth, what would you say to businesses who are maybe thinking of applying but just not quite there? What would you say to those?
We had quite a few last year who thought about it, thought they weren't going to be good enough and wasn't going to actually apply. They actually won their award category. So I think, I encourage everybody to apply. Just take the time out of your day, go through the criteria, really think about it, answer the questions, and I think a lot of people are surprised by the fact that actually they get quite, right through the process and stuff. So it is, and it's a great night.
Listen, we're looking forward to it. Thank you very much for chatting this evening. It's been a great night. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, we've spoken to Kelly and we've spoken to Ruth about the awards, and now it's time to talk to Teresa. You've judged the awards before, and you've also been a finalist. Simon, this is going to be your first year of judging.
Absolutely, inaugural year, yes. Really excited about it.
So we'll talk to yourself first then. So, as a judge, what's that like going into workplaces and chatting with the team and really making that decision?
Yeah, it's a real privilege actually. I really look forward to it. I look forward to hearing directly from the organisations about what they're so passionate about, and it's their opportunity to showcase the great things that they do. So it's a huge privilege.
And when you're going into their workplace, how do you find that? Are they quite nervous when you're going in?
Yeah, they are. And again, the judge's role really is to put them at ease.
Yes.
It's not a test.
Yeah.
You know, what we want them to succeed, and we want them really to just be comfortable, to showcase and to share the best that they can do. Because sometimes, you know, their application has got them to that point in terms of being finalists or shortlisted, but it's that extra little bit that they have to give through those one-to-one interviews. So yeah, our role is really to put them at ease and to enable them to really shine.
So you've been a judge on one hand,
Yeah.
you've been a finalist on the
Yeah.
other. How did you find being a finalist? Now you've also been a judge.
Yeah, it's really interesting. So say when you flip to the other side and being a judge, it does give you the advantage knowing, you know, what they're looking for and the types of things that you can say. But of course, when you are a finalist, you're not sure what your competitors are doing. So that is the downside. But it's a great experience. I'd really encourage people to apply for the awards because I think it gives you that opportunity to reflect back on your own business.
Yes.
And really think about the amazing things that you've done.
A lot of people say this. It's not until they're writing that application that they're noticing, thinking, oh, we've done this, we've done that, and then you realise just what the company's doing.
And it's amazing as well to get your staff involved. They're so excited and passionate about the company that they work for. So get them part of that application process. And certainly we find when we go on visits as well, we don't just want to hear from the MD. They are important,
Yes.
but actually so are their people.
Yeah, absolutely.
So think about
and
that.
some great stories come out, I guess, by talking to the whole team. So Simon, this is you're going to be your first time of judging.
Yeah.
What made you sign up?
So I've been networking and trying to build a community in Shropshire, and actually there's already a fantastic community here in Shropshire.
I think we're
some
really
amazing
lucky, aren't we,
businesses.
that we have got such a
Some
great
real hidden
business
gems,
community.
some real hidden gems, and so just to get better connected, and I suppose promoting my brand, but also the more I get to learn about it, the more, as Teresa says, you get that real privileged position where you get to have a look kind of behind the curtain.
Yeah, which I think is
a
really
view of businesses that through a lens that most people don't get to see.
Yeah.
So really excited about that. So that deep dive.
Yes.
And who knows, every day's a school day, so I no doubt have some real learning experiences.
Yes. So have you spoken to any previous judges, obviously like Teresa, have you spoken to anybody yet about what to expect?
So Craig from Crispian has given me a sort of insight because he's been a judge many times.
Yes.
And exactly that, you get to see a business through a completely different lens.
Yeah.
Really privileged position, and just get to see really sort of underneath the carpet and sort of where all the bodies are buried and all that kind of stuff.
And I think
so
it's
really
interesting to say going into businesses and having that conversation and seeing kind of behind the scenes which the normal person wouldn't normally see. You know?
Absolutely, yeah. It'd be really interesting because I've never entered Shropshire Business Awards, but I've done a lot of awards, finalists, and won a lot in my security business.
Yes.
So long time ago now. Yeah. But it'd be interesting to see how you write a really good award entry for Shropshire and what goes towards
really
what constitutes excellence in this context.
So looking forward then to getting out and visiting those businesses.
Absolutely.
Yes, very much so. We've got some gems actually in Shropshire, and some of them are hidden. So we've got huge hidden talent, which these awards really have that great opportunity to bring all of those things out. So it is a privilege. It's really exciting, and I'm really honoured to be.
We're
part
looking
of the
forward
process.
then to finding out who the winners are in June.
Yeah, well, it's a long way away now, isn't it? But it's going to be a great event as well. It's going to be. I was hearing this because I've never been before, but so the record's about 900,000 people
it's a great
in one
event.
room. That's astonishing.
And this being the 25th anniversary, it's even more special.
Yeah. It's amazing because I think the last time when I was a finalist, actually, it was my husband's birthday. So I said, darling, I'm going to treat you. Let's go for a meal out. And it was to the Business Awards.
I love it. That's brilliant. Really good.
We didn't win, but we had a lovely evening.
It's a great evening anyway, isn't it? And being a finalist, it's just an amazing experience anyway, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So brilliant. Well, listen, good luck with the judging, and we'll find out who the winners are in June.
Fabulous.
Thank you very much.
Take care.
Well, I'm here now with Matt Small from E02, and your company's been involved in the awards, well, in lots of different ways, isn't it? As a sponsor, as a winner, as a judge. Are you energised after tonight?
I am. It's great. It's a real buzz in the room tonight. It's nice to see the new theme. And,
do you like it?
And yeah, I do. And looking forward to June.
So we talked about it being the 25th anniversary of these awards. You've got an anniversary of your own at E02 this year, haven't you?
We have. So yeah, we're in our 35th year. Yeah. So a long old time now.
So what did E02 look like 25 years ago then when these awards first started?
Yes, I joined 25 years ago.
Oh, did you?
So 1999, I think. 2026. But very, very different, much smaller. The company would have been 10 years then. Our turnover around about sort of 10 million. About 40 colleagues working out of a small distribution centre
in Oswestry
still. Just a stone's throw from where we are now. So we've been in Oswestry for the entire 35 years. But yeah.
And you're a 3-time Shropshire Company of the Year, the only company that's won it 3 times. Going for a 4th this year? Do you feel pressure? What about the Champion of Champions Awards?
Interesting to hear the champion category, and it's certainly something that we'll definitely be keen to explore. And again, the Company of the Year is something that we'll continue to enter. We've got a story to tell, and last year we came off a hard year, a big number, and last year was another record-breaking year for us. So. It's been a good year, and we've got a lot of success to talk about and celebrate.
What does winning awards do for the business? Because you've won a whole string of awards over the past few years. Is it for the company? Is it for the people? Is it for your clients?
I think it's. You can look at it at different facets across the whole organisation. I think for me, really, I think one of the biggest things to come out of it, the first award that we entered would have been about 2018, 2019. In Shropshire we were sort of relatively unknown, I guess, before that. So something that the Chamber Awards has done is certainly raised the profile locally. And that raising of profile locally has helped with recruitment. It's helped form stronger relationships with other partners and a lot of our supply outside of the alarm side of things, obviously, which are manufactured within the group in Shannon, but all of our suppliers other than that are predominantly sort of Shropshire based, which is great. And then I think down to the colleagues, this is our local award. We do win other awards, but I think it's got that added bit of sort of sweetness with it being local. Our friends, our family, they're in Oswestry. We're very, very proud of those awards. They're prominently displayed in the building. It's on the signage outside, and it's something I think people are keen to talk about and very, very proud of.
And you're sponsoring the Best New Business Award again this year, aren't you? So you're looking at the next generation of businesses. That must be fascinating when you're seeing businesses right at ground level to judge it.
It is. It's really insightful actually, and I've been a judge on that award for 3 or 4 years now, and. It's always really interesting to get out there and see these new businesses and how they approach it. And I think last year's award winner, Lilac Shop, fantastic business, and myself and the other judges were absolutely blown away with what they've done in so little time and a relatively unknown market. So there's always a surprise. It's a really good experience, and I'd implore anyone to get involved, however, with the awards.
And that's why we love it, isn't it? Well, good luck in all the various aspects of your involvement in the awards this year, and great to see you.
That's great. Thanks a lot, Carl. Cheers. Thanks.
Thanks a lot. I'm joined now by Craig Hughes from Crispian. You had a big anniversary last year, and you won the Best Small Business Award at the Chamber Awards last year. What a 12 months that was, wasn't it?
It was fantastic. We went there as a nominee, not expecting to win, but hoping to win. We were lucky enough to win, and a real surprise at how much difference it made to all the staff and to my business partner and I as well. It was a big deal.
And if you were going to time it, the win, the 50th anniversary of the business couldn't be better, could it? So.
To be fair, we were nominated the year before and didn't win. I was absolutely heartbroken. So we tried again, doubled down, and it was really good.
You're a long time involvement with the Chamber as a patron, as a member. So you've known these awards over the years, haven't you?
Yes.
Have you enjoyed seeing them evolve, and what do you think they mean to the business community?
So I think for the business community itself, we see customers there and acquaintances that only come out of the woodwork for the business awards. It is the highlight of Shropshire's sort of business calendar, and yes, we've seen it from. Not exactly. It's never been small. Even probably 25 years ago, it was quite impressive. But it's fantastic. It really is the blue ribbon event of Shropshire. So we're always look forward to it.
Can I rely on you joining me for the after show party this year, Craig? That's the big question.
There is absolutely no question, Carl. We shall. I might even buy you a shandy, dear boy.
I'll hold you to that. You're on film now, so there's no escape. Are you going to be throwing your hat in the ring again this year to enter? Or?
I think we may do. Yes. Now that the categories are out, we'll have a look through and see where we think we've got a chance. So.
Excellent. I look forward to seeing what happens over the next few months. Great to see you.
You too.
Thanks
a lot.
Take care.
Thank you.
Well, what a great evening, Carl. What a fantastic launch for the 25th anniversary of the Shropshire Chamber of Commerce Business Awards.
The backdrop's certainly been a talking point, Chris, hasn't it?
So it really has done. It's just been a really good evening. What a vibe as well to the room.
Well, I think, not tempting fate, there's a lot of companies that are being persuaded they are going to enter after what they've seen and hopefully get some sponsorship out of it as well.
Yeah.
So the key dates for your diary now, April the 4th is the closing date for entries. And if you want to find out who's going to be on the shortlist, April the 10th is the day for that at the Chambers Expo at the Mercure Telford Centre Hotel. And then we'll see you all for a big party, hopefully, won't we?
Absolutely.
On the 20th of June.
And it won't be long before the 20th of June because it just goes so fast. So make sure you get your applications in nice and early. You don't want to be disappointed.
Thanks for joining us.